The purchasing power of our dollar from 1970 to 2025 has declined by 87%. If this continues over the next 40 years, us millennials and Gen Zers are going to need $2.7 million in our retirement account to have the same spending power as someone today with $1 million in their retirement account. Now, to put this into perspective so we can put a visual on this, let's say you go to your grandparents' house and you dig up a time capsule in their backyard. You open it up, there's a Beatles record, a baseball glove, and a crisp $100 bill. That $100 bill from 1970 would need to be $800 today to have the same spending power as it did in 1970. To look at this in a different way, if you dug up in the backyard and found $1 million cash, your grandparents at the time in 1970 could have taken that $1 million and bought 50 median homes, because it was around 20,000 then. They could have got 50 median homes in cash and built a real estate empire in 1970 with $1 million. If they didn't buy real estate and bury it in the backyard and you found it in 2026, you could buy 2-3 homes, anywhere from 300, 400, 500,000 today. So that $1 million used to be able to buy 50 homes. Now it can only buy 2 or 3. Now, here's the interesting part about inflation and investing in assets. If your grandparents did have $1 million and did buy the 50 homes, over that 56-year period, those homes would have appreciated, let's say, to a $20 million real estate portfolio. So that's why it's important to invest in assets at all costs, because inflation continues to go up. But here's where it gets into the retirement. Let's say in 2026, a boomer has $1 million in their retirement account, and they use the 4% rule. In the first year, they pull out $40,000. In order for us to have the same spending power today of $40,000, 40 years from now, at a 2.5% average inflation rate per year, we would need $108,000 in the future to feel and to have the same spending power as $40,000 today. So that means that we would need about $2.7 million in order to pull out that 4% of 108. So if you wanted to have $2.7 million, and let's say you're 30 years old and you have nothing in your retirement account, if we expect a 8% return while also reinvesting our dividends, we would have to put in $773 a month for the next 40 years in order for us to hit 2.7. Now, if that sounds too daunting, a lot of people can't afford that, I would highly recommend starting at $50 or $100. Build that habit. Do that for 5 years, 10 years if you have to. And once you start making more money, then start putting in 200, 300, 400. But anything is going to help to build that habit. So I would talk with AI, go to an investment calculator, type in your age, what your goal is, the average interest return, let's say 8. Some people do 10. I like to do 8. And just see what per month you need and then start putting a plan together, because I think it's really going to help. But I just wanted to throw that out there so people can understand what's going on, why the purchasing power has gone down. But I appreciate you all stopping by the video, and I will see you next week.